What is up, guys? It's your girl Shine. I'm back again with another YouTube video for the game. Hey y'all, so it's giving cherry blossoms. No, cherry blossoms are pink. It's giving cherry bomb, it's giving sugar rush, it's giving candy crush, it's giving just delectable. As y'all can see, I'm doing a little red, you know, something different for the girlies. At first I wasn't really liking it, but it's growing on me. So as y'all could tell in the title, wait, before we get into that, y'all see my babies, my baby cats? They so cute. Yeah, so the gray one, the older one, she's Shade, and then my little baby, I just got her, she's Sky. If I decide to post the vlog I'm working on, y'all will see when I went to go get her. But guys, I've actually not been gone. I know YouTube said it's been gone, but who y'all gonna listen to? Y'all gonna listen to YouTube or me? I've actually not been gone. I've just been working on videos, and I don't know, I just want to post a really good vlog for you guys. So every time I get some material, I'm like, this is not good enough for me, so I don't end up posting it. But I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. I'm so sorry, but this video is probably gonna be up before any vlogs because, yeah, let me give y'all some tea. Y'all seem to like my last story time. Oof, sorry y'all, that was an itch. Anyways, y'all seem to like my last story time. I just want to say thank you to each and every person who watched that story time, who comment. The amount of comments I got, everybody who comment, please DM me so we can make a session to make out. I think we should kiss. Shout out to all of you guys. Thank you guys for all liking, commenting, and subscribing. We are almost at 200 followers. My last story time got 2,000 views. We're almost at 2.5k views on the last story time. So thank you, everybody. Let's get into the story time. As y'all can see from the title, this is about a story time where my manager tried to get some cootie cat. She tried to get some cooch. I don't know what about me gave off that it was gonna give cooch to him. Listen, no, it never gave that. So let me get into the back story. Let's get into it. Do I want to say the name of this company? I really want to say the name of this company. I'm gonna give y'all hints. And if y'all get it in the comment, I will actually like the comment. Maybe I'll like it. Y'all never know. Anyways, so we're gonna call the company Moonset. And if y'all in Toronto, y'all in Brampton, y'all in Mississauga, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is a fast food Jamaican restaurant. Moonset. Put 2 and 2 together. If y'all get it in the comment, I'll probably like the comment. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so we're gonna call the company Moonset. So I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory about how I started working at Moonset. So Moonset was actually my first job. I started working at Moonset when I was this was 3 years ago. I was in high school. I think I was 17. Yeah, I was 17. Started working at Moonset. One thing I could say, Moonset builds character, because it's every other job I do after that, it's such a breeze that it's my jobs after that, it's only mentally taxing. Nothing physically did me like Moonset. Oh my gosh, guys, I went through the ringer. So I applied for Moonset as a part-time job. Tell me why I worked at Moonset for almost a year and I only ever did one part-time shift. All of my other shifts, they gave me full-time, and I applied for Moonset as a part-time job, and I was in high school at the time, so I told them this is why I need a part-time job, and they gave me full-time shifts. But okay, my shifts were minimum 8 hours, and I barely ever got 8-hour shifts. It was always either 10 hours, 14 hours, or 16 plus hours. So yeah, even if I was scheduled for a 10-hour shift, I would leave like 11 hours, 12 hours because we'd have to stay back and clean. If I was scheduled for a 14-hour shift, I would leave 15 hours, 16 hours because we had to stay back and clean. Same thing for the 16-hour shifts. I would leave 18 hours, 17 hours because we had to stay back and clean, and they were not paying us for that extra 2 hours. Girl. Next thing, they were nasty. Like, fam, like after I seen how fast food restaurant operates, I feel like that's why I don't really eat fast food anymore, because it was so disgusting. Like, they would make food a month prior, send it to the store, have us put everything in this big ass pot, this big ass dirty pot, boil up the water. If the bag bust, everything I mix up in the big dirty stinking pot. People have to put on them, push their hands in the hot burning pot to pick out these bags of food to put outside that was made a month ago. Ew. People would literally come and be like, I got food poisoning, like I was bedridden for 3 days. We would tell the manager and he would literally be like, just tell him you're sorry. Just thinking about it, it just gets me irritated, because like, what do you mean just tell him you're sorry? Handle your business. And then the people that would get mad at us and cuss us out, and it's like, babe, I'm just literally relaying the message. Anyways, so yeah, like it was just disgusting. The customers treated us like literal dog poop. You would be the nicest person ever, they'd be like, yo, my girl, me never ask for the bag of customer service, just give me my food. Babe, I'm just trying to get a tip. So yeah, it was just a messy environment. So while I was working there, I got the hang of the job really quickly, and I trained a lot of people, which I did not even get extra pay for. But I'm just a nice person. So it's like, I remember what I felt like. When I came there, nobody trained me. Nobody trained me. I had to learn it myself. So I'm like, I'm not going to do the same for new people. So when new people used to come, like, they'd get put with me, I'll train them. So there was this guy. What are we going to call him? Let's call him Bruce. Before we get into Bruce, let me give y'all a little backstory in regards to like the guys that work there. The guys that I used to work with, all of them have tried a thing with me. Every single one of them, but I never gave any energy in it. Like, I'm just like, yeah, no. So Bruce came, saw Bruce. Bruce said, hey, I'm working with you. You know, boss man said you should train me. I was like, okay, cool. First things first. Boss man, listen, if I catch boss man up to this day, I'ma slap him in the back of his head, because I was not a chef. I was a server and a cashier. How do you have me training a chef? But anyways, so yeah, so you know, I was just talking to him. I was like, you know, tell me about yourself. He's like, you know, I used to be a chef on like cruise ships, and like, you know, I have like really big business. He came off that he has money, right? So I'm like, okay, so why are you working as a chef in a Jamaican fast food restaurant? I never gave that, but okay. So, you know, talk to him. He was cool. He wasn't giving me no vibes, like literally, like no vibes at all. So I was like, he's cool, you know? So then, you know, I saw him a couple times after that. We were just talking as like cool. Like, it wasn't even like, he wasn't even pushing me for, he was not even pushing me for a friendship. Like, it literally, like, he was just a cool coworker, right? So obviously most of us had each other's numbers. So when he asked me for my number, I didn't even take it no way, you know? So he asked me for my number, and then I was like, yeah, cool. Like, you know, I gave him my number. And then he started to text me at like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. Babe, a man and woman hours this. Is man and woman hours a years not my man, so why you text me, sir? So I wouldn't answer until the next day, because why are you texting me? I guess he got comfortable with me because, as I said, I was working like 16-hour shifts, and oh my gosh, the only reason why I was working these 16-hour shifts is because like, I don't know if y'all know, if y'all know me in real life, you know, I moved out when I was still technically in high school. So I moved out when I was 17. So like, your girl needed the money. So I was working these 16-hour shifts. So I was a server, he was the chef. And you know, we were getting cool. As I said, the whole time, the man was not pushing no energy towards me. Come to find out, a couple months, we find out that this man is a manager as well. So apparently he was undercover, and like, he just found out all the sneaky things that people were doing. When I tell you guys, text messages came out, everybody's name was calling up. My name, all they had, and it was the other manager, the one that I want to beat up. All he had to say about me is like, oh, we need to keep an eye on Shy. She moves a little sick. You needed me. You had people calling my phone after I done quit months after. You needed me, babe. So y'all should have kept a closer eye on me, raised my pay, gave me good hours, and maybe I would still be there. I lied. I would not still be there. But you needed me. So put some respect on my name. So yeah. So then, as I said, text messages came out. The man found out how much things undercover, and I'm just there like,
the tea is exceptionally good today.
y'all was the one not doing y'all jobs. See, I come here and do my job, so I was not worried. So yeah, literally, I saw him like after we found out that the day after we found out that he was the secret manager, and you know, me and him were just holding a meds, building the vibes, because that's me. Like I can hold a med and build a vibes with whoever. I don't care if you're 70 or 6, like literally. So we were holding the meds, building a vibe, and he was just talking to me about like, you know, the work thing, and he was telling me like, yo, this person getting fired, we're letting go of this person. And when I tell y'all, they fired so many people and y'all didn't even have workers. Y'all were short staff and y'all fired people. Babe, just give them a little tap on the hand, a little talking to. But y'all, they fired so many people. So many people quit because they were on probation, and like it was just a lot. So yeah, so after that situation happened, yeah, it was just like him texting up on me. Like he would everything that happened at work, I would get the tea. I'm telling y'all, we had like 4 different locations that we rotated from. If something was happening at Woy Woy, I was hearing about it. If something was happening at Woy Woy, I was hearing about it. Like he was telling me all the tea. So yeah, so as I said, we were cool. One day I finished work now. Let's get into the tea of where this man tried to, you know? So, one day I finished work. I finished work at 1 a.m. and, you know, obviously I didn't want to take the bus, but like, what am I gonna do? Because my ex at that time, he was working that day, so I had to take the bus. So I'm about to leave. I'm telling everybody bye. He's like, yo, Shy, like, you want me to drop you? I'm like, yeah, cool. Go outside. When I tell y'all, this man car, big car, pretty. Me say, okay, no, me I see the money. Me understand. Come to find out too, he was not only a manager, he had shares in Moonset. Like he literally had shares. This man had money. The car was pretty. He's like, you know where you live? I told him where I live. He's like, okay, no problem.
Hey, you guys, editing Shy, but I'm just editing right now, and I realized I said I told that man where I lived, and that was not correct. I did not tell him where I lived. There was a mall close to where I used to live. I told him to drop me there, because even if you feel like you know somebody, don't be telling these men where you live, because it's very scary out in these streets. And as y'all can see by the situation that unfolded, I was very lucky not to tell him. So don't that was incorrect. Sorry, back to the story.
We drive past my yard. So I'm like, where are we going? He's like, oh, I just want to chill in this parking lot around here. So I'm like, yeah, no problem. Like, you know, we could just chill.
So y'all probably like, Shy, first thing, why did you let this man drop you home? Second thing, why are you okay with chilling in a parking lot? Because this happened all the time. Like, we would literally pick each other up after work. Like, whoever you work with, if your people that might come and pick you up, they'll drop the person home. Literally, when I was with my boyfriend at the time, whenever he used to come and pick me home, whoever I worked with, he always used to drop them home. And like when people used to pick me up and from work, like when we're going home with each other, whatever, we always used to chill and chat about what's going on at work. So it was not uncommon. So yeah, but back to the story.
So I'm thinking he's about to tell me more work tea, which he did. He gave me a whole bunch of work tea. So we were just chatting and da-da-da. And then he's like, you know what? I'm actually opening a new store. Like, do you want to see the store? I'm like, yeah, no problem. Like, you know, da-da-da. So he brings me to the store. Tell me why the store is an hour and something away.
I'm definitely exaggerating. It was about like 30 minutes. It was not an hour, but because I was getting scared, it felt like an hour. But it was like 30 minutes.
After the 30 minutes, I'm like, hey, if it's far, it's okay. Like, you can just like bring me back. Like if it's too much, I could just Uber from here. He's like, fam, nonsense, I'm gonna bring you back home, of course. So I'm like, okay. So while we were on our way there, we were just chatting normally. As I said, the man was not moving no talks to me. He was not talking weird to me. I didn't feel uncomfortable, no nothing. We pull up at the new store. I could actually see that it's in a new store and it's in renovation. So like, you know, he's telling me, he's like, honestly, I brought you here because I want you to see, I want you to be the manager of this store. So I'm like, okay, how much is he giving me extra? He told me like, I'll get you like $7 extra. So I'm like, yeah, do that ASAP, you know? So like, yeah, he's telling me all of this. I'm excited. I'm like a big manager, like, you know? So then we're driving back. One thing about me, I am very observant. I am very observant and very vigilant of where I'm going and where I'm coming back to. So I saw that we passed our exit, but I'm like, okay, maybe I just don't know this. I don't know this area because we're in a whole different city. We are in a whole different city. So I'm like, maybe there's another way to get back to my city. We're in the rural areas now. I see the houses, the big ass houses, nice ass houses. So I'm like, where are we going? He's like, oh, we're just gonna stop at my house. I need to get something real quick. Da, da, da. So I'm like, okay, no problem. I'll wait in the car while you do. Or if anything, like, you know, you could just let me off here and I could just Uber because I don't want to go back to your house. Like, yeah, we're cool, but we're not cool like that. So I'm like, you could just let me off here. I'll Uber back, like, you know, da, da, da. I know that Uber was gonna be hefty because I was so deep outside the city. Girls, like, I can't even say be smart. Actually, be smart. But in this case, like, when I tell y'all, there was no sign. And he was so respectful. He wasn't pushing himself on me, like, you know. But yeah, just don't go in a man's car that you don't. If it's not your man's car, don't go in a man's car. That's what I'll say. So we pull up at this big ass house now. I get out the car and no, I didn't want to get out the car. So I didn't want to get out the car. I'm like, you know, you could just grab what you need to get. I'll wait right here. He's like, oh, like, you know, I have to go down a bunch of stairs. Like, it would be better if you get out the car. It's his car. I'm not gonna argue with him right now. I'm scared. Like, fam, if I could explain the fear to y'all that I was feeling, like, I literally felt like my heart was gonna jump on my chest. Like, I felt, just thinking about it right now, I'm feeling the fear of what I felt at that point. So I get out the car. I'm standing at the door. He's like, come inside.
Did you guys hear that? I'm scared.
I don't want to argue with this man. This man is towering over me. As I said, he's older than me. I know I cannot take this man in a fight. So I'm like, okay. So he's like, you know, come right here. Come help me get what I need to get. So I go. It's in a room. Hey. I'm not emotional about it. I'm just like, wow, this situation could have went so much worse. So we get into this room. As I said, if y'all think that I'm just following this man just to follow this man, I had no sense. I didn't want to upset the man. I did not want to upset the man. And good thing I didn't because he took me home. So yeah, which it probably, you know, a man's ego. He would have probably left me there stranded. That would have been a whole nother thing. So I went in the room now. He hops on his bed. So I'm like, oh, aren't you gonna grab something? He's like, oh, I'm just a little tired from driving. Like, you know, it's like an hour drive to get back. Like, you know, da-da-da. So I'm like, okay, no problem. So I'm still standing at the door. He's like, you can sit. It's only a bed in the room. And as I said, it's a big ass house. So this is your I don't know if I can say that word. Your dogo donkshin. That's what it's giving me. It's giving me dogo donkshin. So, donkshin. Dungeon. It's giving me dogo dungeon. Like, it's giving me, this is your dogo dungeon. And I'm not having it. So, I sit at, fam, if this is the bed, this is me. This is me at the corner. He's like, you know, you could come up on the bed. I'm like, no, it's okay.
I also forgot to say, while we're at his house and he's telling me to come up on the bed, and I'm like, no, I'm okay. He was literally talking about how he wants to kiss me and all of this, da-da-da. And I'm like, you know I have a boyfriend, right? And he's like, yeah, but he doesn't have to know. I said, hey, it's so crazy because I'm literally about to tell on you right now. So I'm going to need you to take me home. Like, take me home ASAP. HR. Get me to HR immediately.
So he has on this show. If I tell you, I could tell you what he's watching, I would be lying. Like, at this point, I'm looking to find my escape. I'm looking to see, is there anything I can bash him up on the head with? So then he tried to like walk towards me and tried to hold me. So I pushed him off of me. I'm like, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, Bruce, I'm kind of feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Can we go? And then he's like, you know, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. I don't want you to feel no way. Like, you know, I just want us to chill. Da da da. You know how I feel about you. Da da da. Like, I feel really special about you. I don't know, you hold a place in my heart. All of this shit. I'm like, that's fine and dandy, Bruce, but this is making me uncomfortable. So he tried to come up to me again, and I'm like, Bruce, I'm not even gonna lie. If you walk up to me further, I'm probably gonna hit you. He started laughing because he thinks I'm joking. It's like, babe, I'm actually not joking. He's like, okay, no problem, I'll take you home. So hopped into the car. When I tell y'all, I was silent the whole time. When we're like 5 minutes away from my place, he's like, you know, I just don't want you to tell nobody about this. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. If I did, I'm so sorry. You know that you made me feel uncomfortable. That's why you feel like you have to tell me this right now. If y'all see me playing with my rings, it's because I can literally feel the fear of what I felt in that time. So as I said, like, even like with going back, it's like this guy could have been bringing me somewhere else. So it was so scary. So brought me back, you know, told me the whole spiel that I shouldn't tell nobody. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Went upstairs. As soon as I went upstairs, I blocked that man. I blocked him with a quick mist. And after that, I would see him at work. I wouldn't chat to him because you're never gonna do that. I never gave you the vibe that I was about to do that, and I was not about to do that. Like, So yeah, girl, that was the story time about the time that this man was trying to dugo with me. I don't think anything else happened at work. Oh yeah, the only thing else happened at work with him. Turns out Bruce muddled. Like, the other manager tried to disrespect Bruce. Bruce went up to the store. Bruce took a bat and mashed up all, this is what I heard, allegedly. Bruce mashed up all the glass case, everything like that. Bruce was exposing the other manager, like a whole bunch of mix up. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.